Panther Trailer 2 full breakdown. Now, I'm going to go over every single shot in this trailer and what I think it means for the film, for this film that's coming out in February. So, let's break it down. So, the first shot we get in the trailer is a beautiful looking shot of a Wakanda plane flying through the waterfalls, and I have no idea why, but it kind of visually reminded me a little bit of the first Death Star blockade run over Yavin in A New Hope. We also overhear Everett Ross saying, "I have seen gods fly," referencing Thor, of course. "I've seen men build weapons that I couldn't even imagine." I think he's possibly referencing Iron Man. Could be Hydra. Obviously, they built the Triskelion, which, you know, and the those helicarriers, which almost destroyed the world. So let us know in the comment section who you think or what he's referring to there. "I've seen aliens drop from the sky." Of course, he's referring to the Chitauri during the Battle of New York and Joss Whedon's The Avengers. But I've never seen anything like this. How much more are you hiding? Of course, now he's referencing Wakanda. Of course, he's referencing Wakanda. But what I find interesting about the line, "How much more are you hiding?" It would have been funny if, T'Challa then showed him the One Ring from Lord of the Rings and said, "How much are you hiding?" We then get a shot of T'Challa once again being played by Chadwick Boseman, and I gotta say, he looks incredible in this, not only in these two trailers, but he was incredible in Captain America Civil War, probably one of my favorite performances in that film. During Everett Ross's speech, we also see a menacing shot of, I think it might be Claw, but with two guards standing near him, but it could be Killmonger, not sure. Again, let us in the comment section know who you think that is with the dark shadow in that shot that we're showing you right now here. We also see a Black Panther statue of Wakanda, which we last saw during the mid-credit scene of Captain America Civil War. I love how this city is protected by incredible technology, which makes sense because Wakanda is one of the most technologically advanced countries on the face of the earth, centuries ahead of even the most accelerated thinking. This also makes sense, which T'Challa's final line to Captain America Civil War in that post-credit or in that mid-credit scene when Steve says to T'Challa, "You know, if they find out he's here, they will come for him." T'Challa then responds, "Let them try." And now we have a lot more context to that line because it's most likely very difficult to not only attack Wakanda, but just to find it with all their technological advances. We see and hear the pilot Dormalage say, "We are home." We also see T'Challa and Lupita Nyong'o's character, and she's playing Nakia, and they're holding hands, which could mean that they are in a relationship. It would make sense because the Dormalage are not just Black Panther's personal bodyguards, but they're also wives in training for the King of Wakanda. The Order of the Dormalage was established to promote harmony between Wakanda's many tribal factions. We then get a shot of people walking and showing us everyday life inside of Wakanda. And again, the technology and visual imagery is truly dazzling. I really want to see this film in IMAX. We then see T'Challa's ship land, and once again, the incredible visuals remind me a little bit of Star Wars. Whenever Darth Vader or the Emperor exit their ship, they're always greeted by stormtroopers, but in this case, T'Challa is greeted by Dormalage. We then get our first look at T'Challa's mother, Ramonda, being played by Angela Bassett, and I think all of us fans are very relieved her name is not Martha. She says to T'Challa, "My son, it is your time," while the song in the background says, "Show me my respect and bow down." I'm assuming that means to become king and rule over Wakanda because T'Chaka recently passed away in Captain America Civil War thanks to Baron Zemo. We get an incredible aerial shot of a waterfall with Wakandans standing all over the place and having no fear they're under or in a waterfall. We then get our standard MCU shirtless shot of our hero, in this case being T'Challa, so it can kind of remind us normal guys just how weak we really are. We then see T'Challa training hard in hand-to-hand combat on the edge of the cliff of that waterfall. We then get a shot of Nakia saying to T'Challa, "You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be." I can already tell in this trailer that I'm going to be fully invested in not only both of them, but their relationship and how meaningful and impactful it's going to be. And their chemistry in the trailers is fantastic. We then see our first shot of Shuri, T'Challa's sister, having their own special high five, which kind of reminded me of Spider-Man Homecoming, where Peter and Ned had their own special high five. But what I love about the shot is it shows you just how close they are, and it gives you a sense of their history together. We then see T'Challa in an awesome looking shot we see in every Batman film where Bruce Wayne stares from 2 feet away at his Batsuit, or in this case, the Black Panther suit, and my God, is the suit so freaking beautiful. We then see Shuri grab T'Challa's hand while looking at both suits. I love how different both suits are from each other. The suit on the left has smaller ears. Also, the eyes on the left are more open. The necklace has more, the Black Panther necklace has more spikes, I believe, on the left one. On the right suit, it has some V-shaped items inside of the center of the suit, and less of a design and more focus on a six-pack. I could be wrong, but I believe the suit on the left is the one that Killmonger takes for later on in the trailer, and obviously in the film. We then hear a Dora Milaje guard say to Black Panther, "Don't freeze." He responds with, "I never freeze." He then gets launched from the ship into the sky, which reminded me a lot of the 2 times that Captain America jumped out of a plane. After being launched from the ship into the sky, we see Black Panther throw blue items, which are either for tracking or blowing up shit. We then get a really good look at Erik Killmonger, being played, of course, by Michael B. Jordan. He then blows up a wall that is the prison connecting to Ulysses Klaue's cell, and Ulysses Klaue is, of course, being played once again by Andy Serkis, coming back from his role from Avengers Age of Ultron. And like I said, this is the first time we've seen this character since he got, Luke Skywalker with his arm getting cut off in Avengers Age of Ultron by Ultron. We then get an incredible shot of Black Panther being shot out and jumping from one car to the next. The visual, again, this visually reminded me of what he was doing in Captain America Civil War when he was chasing the Winter Soldier and he was jumping from car to car. We then get a couple awesome shots of Black Panther being shot at by guns, and then some hand-to-hand battle between T'Challa versus, I'm going to assume, Klaue or Killmonger's henchmen. We then get some incredible visuals with Bagheera in the tree waiting for Mowgli. Alright, seriously, we see 4 Black Panthers sitting in a tree staring at T'Challa. I'm not gonna lie, that shot of T'Challa walking towards the tree and the Black Panthers and the incredible background sky was just visually reminded me so much of The Lion King when Mufasa is, already dead and he's speaking to Simba from the sky after Simba had met with Rafiki at the tree. Got a lot of visual reminder from that. We then see T'Challa walking out to his throne in a Dutch camera shot that was filmed by Kenneth Branagh, who directed the first Thor film. Just kidding, but you would think after so many Dutch shots from that film, it could have been him. We then see Shuri driving a Tron-looking car that is clearly very technologically advanced. The purple colors in the car are the same colors T'Challa has when the Black Panther suit starts to transform. I'm sorry, I love the Iron Man suit to death, and when he transforms, it is beyond cool. But when T'Challa starts to transform from T'Challa into the Black Panther suit, it's one of the coolest transformations into a suit ever. Even better, than Tony Stark transformed when he did it in Iron Man 2 from the briefcase, or when Loki throws him out of the window in Stark Tower in the Avengers, or when Captain America Civil War, Tony puts his finger in the cup holder of the helicopter, and then he turns into it. This is my personal favorite transformation into a suit from an MCU hero. We then get a menacing shot of Killmonger watching some kind of Wakandian rune or Wakandian chamber with 2 Black Panther Wakandian statues. As amazing as the shot is of Michael B. Jordan, someone needs to tell him he's not Johnny Storm anymore. He can stop with the fires. He then says, "I've waited my entire life for this." Well, we all know, of course, he's talking about finally being in a Marvel film that is good, an MCU film. Joking aside, he is talking about how he wants to destroy Wakanda and everything it stands for, and obviously he wants to kill T'Challa very badly. In the comics, Killmonger was pressed into working for the villain Klaue. After Klaue fled the country, Killmonger's family was exiled by T'Challa. He ended up in Luke Cage's part of town, Harlem, New York, where he developed a hatred for both Klaue and T'Challa. He dedicated his life to avenging his father's death. He believed that the weakness on T'Chaka's part was a key factor in allowing his parents to be killed. Obviously, in this film, we see him and Klaue are working together, but it's going to be interesting to see if one of them betrays each other in this film. We then see a shot of Killmonger in a museum with lots of tribal masks and spears. The following shot is Klaue standing next to Killmonger in the same museum, about to break the glass, it looks like. He looks beyond intrigued in what's in that glass case. Maybe it's Ultron's head. Killmonger's lines are, "I've waited my entire life for this. If the world's gonna start over, I'm going to burn it all." Once again, someone really needs to tell Michael B. Jordan he's not Johnny Storm anymore, and there's other ways to destroy things other than fire. We then see 2 airships firing at each other in what looks like it's going to be an incredible action sequence. We also get a shot in the same museum of Claw with a silencer gun, so we can assume he silenced those cops and got whatever he and Killmonger needed, not only from the museum, but what was in that glass case. More cool shots from the aerial battle, and it looks like T'Challa's ship went down because there's debris and fire everywhere, and he says, "What happens now?" We then see another shot of Killmonger with a Black Panther necklace around him, and we see the Dora Milaje behind him but not attacking him. Anyone is allowed to challenge T'Challa for the title of King of Wakanda, so I wonder if that is what Killmonger is doing, especially after we hear T'Challa saying, "What happens now?" We then see a great shot of Killmonger with 2 daggers in his hand. I'm going to assume he stole those from the museum that he robbed with Claw earlier that we saw in the trailer. And he transforms kind of like T'Challa did earlier in the trailer, except instead of the purple Tron colors, his are gold. It's a very visually stimulating shot when he goes from Killmonger to Bad Panther. Yes, I am calling him Bad Panther so we don't confuse him with T'Challa's Black Panther. Once again, I love the shot of Killmonger transforming into Bad Panther. The transformation shots in this trailer are way cooler looking than any Power Rangers Morphin' Time shots we ever got. T'Challa's line is then continued, "What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world." Sorry guys, bear with me on my terrible Wakandian accent. Obviously Killmonger is dangerous, but him being the king of Wakanda and having Bad Panther technology is probably not a good thing. We then see a car explode with what looks like a blue Sonic, could be a purple Sonic thing, taking it out. It might have been Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's a safer bet, and probably those blue Sonic looking things were what Black Panther threw out of the cars when he dropped from the plane like a badass. The way the camera holds on him from the car exploding to him landing on the other car is just such an incredible shot. The cinematography in this film looks absolutely incredible. We then see Black Panther and Bad Panther fighting each other in what looks like some kind of a train. I'm going to assume Black Panther loses the first battle, and this is possibly the second battle where he finally beats him. Again, I love the visuals and how futuristic and technologically advanced this world is that Ryan Coogler is creating. The next shot of the train is in some kind of a blue or purple cave. It might be a cave of vibranium, but I could be wrong. This also could be where Thanos takes a crap every day. We then see Black Panther and Bad Panther getting out of the way of the train as they continue fighting. We then get a very quick shot of what looks like Killmonger disguised in a suit holding a machine gun with a grenade launcher. Sorry, I don't know the exact type of gun this is, but I'm assuming this is possibly the scene where he breaks out Claw because he's wearing the same mask as he did in the scene earlier in the trailer. We then see a Tahoe or a different SUV being blown to the side. I'm going to take a big guess and assume a lot of vehicles get blown up and destroyed in this film. Just a guess, people. Nothing like I've seen from the trailer or anything. We then get an incredible shot of one of the Dora Milaje doing incredible hand-to-hand combat and beating the crap out of a security guard. And what appears to be, it might be a casino. I believe I saw like a table with some chips on it, but I could be totally wrong. Might not be a casino. We then get another continuation of the Black Panther and the Bad Panther fighting each other in that blue or purple-looking cave on the train tracks. And again, the cinematography of that fight is fantastic. I'm not going to lie, as I said earlier in this trailer, I have to see this movie in IMAX. I don't care if it's $26. One of the Dora Milaje says something I couldn't understand, but either way, it looked really badass, which is always a good thing. It's never a bad thing to look like a badass with your speech or with what you do in the performance-wise in a film. We then see Bad Panther attacking Nakia, and she is using a mini version of what looks like Captain America's shield to protect herself. Jokes aside, this is most likely, of course, vibranium she is using as a shield, which is, of course, the same material that Captain America's shield is derived from. You can always tell when it's Bad Panther or Black Panther because Bad Panther has the gold coloring of the suit, Black Panther has more of the Tron purple. We then get a shot of Black Panther riding on top of the car for transportation purposes. Didn't you ever watch Back to the Future? Skateboarding behind the car is a much cooler way and more efficient way to do it. Come on, T'Challa. I truly love that the Black Panther pose he gives whenever he's on the roof of a car. It's really cool. We then get a shot of Claw, who is being chased, of course, by Black Panther, and he says, in the Snoke voice, "Embrace your destiny." Whoops. Wrong trailer, guys. My bad. I mean, he says, "This is fun." We then get another shot of the chase with Claw hanging himself out of a window to shoot some kind of a blue blast that it might be purple, of course, that destroys the car that Black Panther was riding on. That didn't sound right. and he makes an incredible leap onto the building after the car explodes. And I love how the camera and the cinematography, it's just breathtaking how it turns over the proper angle to go with Black Panther as he's running on the building. It's so neat and so cool. Also kind of reminded me a little bit of in the Spider-Man video games when you're kind of running up the buildings. Just a very amazing shot. Black Panther then jumps onto, I'm assuming, the SUV that Claw's in, and he claws out the tires, but it probably is not Claw's SUV, because if you noticed earlier in 20 seconds earlier in the trailer, you see that the SUV looks more like a Ford, and the truck of the tire that he pulls out is more of a truck, so probably not going to be Claw's car in that one. But he then throws the tire off in another incredible looking shot. Afterwards, we see Black Panther with the purple energy on the suit glowing, and I love the way he takes out his claws to battle. It's just so epic. I believe the music in the background says the revolution will be live, but I could be wrong on that. This movie looks so incredible, and ever since I've seen this character in Earth's Mightiest Heroes and watched him in Captain America Civil War, from a visual perspective and on screen, I'm just so invested. Of course, I know a little bit from the comics, but he's at this point right now, and I know people are going to say it's so early. I'm not talking about from what I just saw in Captain America Civil War. I'm also talking about what I saw in the amazing animated show, which Jason and I are going to be reviewing for you guys, getting you ready for Avengers Avengers Infinity War. And that show is Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Black Panther is so resourceful. He's very intelligent. The way it feels like even though he gets beat up a few times in that show, it always feels like he's indestructible and always in charge and in command and always has that hero presence. And that's what I love about this character. And I felt that a lot from Captain America Civil War. And I'm so excited for this film. And not only this film, I'm just so excited to see what Ryan Coogler is going to bring to the table for all us fans on February 16th. Alright guys, well, did I miss anything in this trailer on the full breakdown? Did I not explain something that didn't make sense? Let us know in the comment section below. We want to know what you thought of this trailer, or if I missed anything. And if you guys like these videos, we are going to be doing some Black Panther spoiler talk. We're going to be doing a Black Panther non-spoiler review. And we're also going to be doing Black Panther Easter eggs, trivia, and references when this film does come out on February 16th, 2018. If you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button. See you guys next time.